Now that we have the counter text in our UI, let's add the static text above it to the UI. We can now use the column widget here to align the counter text below the static text. The column widget should contain multiple widgets inside it, and hence, instead of having a child attribute, it has a children attribute whose type is a list of widgets as shown in the quick definition of the column widget here. Let's paste our counter text widget inside this and hit hot reload. We observe that the text moves to the top of the screen. This is because the vertical alignment of the column widget is controlled by its main axis alignment parameter, the default value for which is main axis alignment dot start. Here, start denotes the top of the column since a column is a top to bottom visual element by default. Since a column is a vertically aligned widget, the vertical alignment is referred to as the main axis alignment. Similarly, the horizontal alignment of the column is controlled by the cross-axis alignment parameter, whose value is cross-axis alignment dot center by default, which is just what we need. To move the counter text to the center, let's override the default value of the main axis alignment parameter and change its value to center instead of start. Now that the counter text is at its right position, let's add the static text above it as well. The red helper lines in the video are there to help you visualize the size of the column. Remove the redundant style for the static text and hit hot reload. The layout now looks a lot like the one in the default app. Let's dive further in the alignment types and see the available options. We can see that there are 6 alignment options to choose from. Though start, end, and center may be straightforward, the other 3 can be a little tricky to understand. But hot reload can help in trying them out quickly and analyzing their differences visually. On removing the center widget, we observe that the entire column shifts to the start of the scaffold. It's important to note that the alignment parameters control the content inside the column, but its centering as a widget is made possible because of the center widget wrapping it. Similar to a column widget for vertically aligning content, we have a row widget for spreading them out horizontally. The column and row widgets have the same parameters, and hence, just changing column to row would spread out our widgets horizontally instead of vertically. Similar to the column widget, the main axis alignment of the row widget is also main axis alignment dot start. You can play around with its alignment to see how it reacts to changing it. Let's switch back to using the column widget for now. From now on, instead of manually wrapping widgets in a row or column, we can also make use of the widget menu shortcut and choose wrap with column or wrap with row instead. We'll discuss more about row and column widgets in future lessons.